episode 3 of this series. We are taking down the Bengals and the Bears this week. This time, we have to go to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, and then we are at home against the Chicago Bears. Now, I'd like to personally thank everybody that has been tuning into this series. It's been quite a roller coaster ride, to say the least. But as I've said many times before, I'm only doing this to make Dolphins fans feel better. But let's take a look at the standings of every division in the NFL right now. Let's start out with the AFC North. The Browns lead the AFC North. The Bengals are 2-1, Steelers, and then the Ravens are 1-2. AFC South. Texans 3-0, Jaguars are 2-1, the Colts are 2-1, and the Titans are 0-3. AFC East. It isn't even a contest. The Dolphins 4-0, Patriots 1-3, Jets 0-3, Bills 0-3. AFC West. The Chargers lead the division. NFC North. The Packers and the Lions are tied for the first in the league, and the Bears and the Vikings are tied for second. NFC South. The Falcons lead the division with the Saints and Panthers right up behind them, and then the Buccaneers are 0-3. NFC East, Cowboys lead, Skins, Eagles, Giants. And in the NFC West, the Cardinals lead the division with the Niners in pursuit, and the Rams and the Seahawks in not very good spots right now. So, alright, let's go to the next week against the Cincinnati Bengals. Alright, they're 2-2 right now. Skip. Well, tomorrow I do move out of my place that I'm living right now, and I'm moving into my own place. So, that'll be good. But let's see what this game has in store.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
All right, here we go. Adam Gase is my head coach.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Trying to improvise. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Shakes up, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Ryan Glasgow able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They'll look to throw here. Shreds the tackle. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Glasgow in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right?
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
Under pressure, they got him again. Preston Brown in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. Brown had been with Buffalo since coming into the league in 2014. Now happy to be with the Bengals.
Yeah, he was a big part of getting back to the playoffs for the first time in what seemed like forever. And he's one of those roam and hit linebackers that seems to play well in Cincinnati's style of defense.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Man, this is not good.
There on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he just had that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver, so you don't...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. He'll look to throw.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
He'll drop to throw. Able to get away.
That's why he keeps the look.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Preston Brown in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't.
It's caught inside the 25.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far,
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your...
He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, finally I'm back in the game.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll set up a throw. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They shakes it off. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, some strong running. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away to his left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Time for a break. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. That one looks like he'll throw here. And fights him off. Forced out to his left. Dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now back to throw. This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence that is leading them.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their
Slow
job
start,
that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins.
So for Miami, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on...
So... It's available... Alright, so let me check something. Alright. Now we have to take on the Bears. They are 2-2 right now. Skip the training. Alright, so here we go. Enhanced. Alright, can I get my team to 6-0? I started off slow in that game against the Bengals, but then I blew them out of the water. I got sacked like a whole bunch of times last week. Let's hope I can get a better outcome this week.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
All right, I'll get the ball to start the game. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And now running right through him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are.
He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
We do see this a lot from rookie quarterbacks, don't we? They kind of lock in on their intended target. A lot of times they establish that buddy, that guy they depend on, and boy, defenses zero in on it, don't they?
And he will take it in for a
Touchdown!
Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Back to throw here. Going deep here for Stills. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs.
Why do you think I'm doing this series?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back to the 42. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh my God!
Great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th.
Yeah,
sack
he would
of the
be good.
year.
I'm going for it on 4th and 23. He went.
They'll try and throw for it here. Going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Touchdown.
That is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game. 4th. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go.
I figured out how to flip the ball.
You can.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and they came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they've got to try and hold him to a field goal attempt.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Akeem Hicks. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. There's nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 53 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take... They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. Devontae Parker, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a give to Collins. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, Drake. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Devontae Parker, the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They're going to look to throw. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Able to fight through one tackle. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll drop the throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And yes, that's exactly why the Dolphins use the second-round pickup, Mike Gesicki, specifically for that type of situation. He has a chance to be a real weapon in the red zone, and he gets the touchdown right there.
Throw now on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first and goal, Collins. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alex Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. They'll begin the drive with Collins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And again, it's Collins. And down he'll go at the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Back to throw. He's going to look for Allen now. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what a fantastic day. A brand new record, and we were here to witness it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. They'll try and run forward with Collins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This is Collins on the handoff. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the... And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that would... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, as I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted, very nicely done game. New NFL record. But as I said before, this is a series I've been wanting to do for a while. I just wanted to wait for the right time to do it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in this time for Madden 19. Let's take a look at the divisions before we call it quits here today. Let me see. Alright, the Patriots are in 3rd in the division right now. Alright, there are no undefeated teams left, I believe. Let's actually jump to next week. Alright, the way it's looking right now, there are no undefeated teams left besides me. The Patriots are 3-3 right now. Alright, so... Alright, let's get that West Coast offense up. So my throw power is at 91, my deep accuracy is at 83, medium accuracy. Yeah, my deep accuracy is 83%. Wow. Alright, let's take a look at the divisions. As it looks right now, let's take a look at the AFC North. The Bengals Ravens and the Browns are all tied for number one in the division, and while the Steelers are just a game behind. Well, AFC South, Texans are 5-1. The Jaguars, Titans, and Colts are 3-3. AFC East, the Patriots are 3-3. Jets are 2-4. The Bills are 1-5. AFC West, the Raiders and the Chargers are leading their division with a 4-2 record, while the Broncos are in third and the Chiefs are in last with a 2-4 record. The NFC North, the Packers lead 3-3, Bears trail 2-3, Lions 2-3, the Vikings 2-4. NFC South, the Falcons lead 5-1, Saints 3-2, Panthers 2-3, and the Buccaneers 0-5. Not a very good day for the. Not a very good season for the Bucks. Cowboys at a 5-1, Eagles at a 4-2, Redskins at a 3-2, and the Giants at an 0-6. NFC West, the Rams at a 4-2, the 49ers at a 4-2, the Cardinals at a 3-3, and the Seahawks at a 1-5 record. All right, so the AFC. All right, so now, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks in this season, and in week 10, if we're 9-0 in week 10, we could be taking on the Packers in week 10 in Lambeau. So this should be a very good rest of the season. Let's take a look. What does our schedule look like right now? So we got the Lions, Texans, Jets, Packers. Then we have our bye week. Then we have the Colts, Bills, Patriots, Vikings, Jaguars, and the Bills to end the year. So let's see. So what's the? So it's a 78 versus a 74. So next game is going to be a doozy because the Lions have, in all my time playing this game, the Lions have been giving me problems. So we'll see how that plays out next time. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.